Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, and look what I got today. This is kind of an interesting bike. It's a trade-in. It's had some things added to it, and it's kind of got a look to it. And I want to point out right away, okay, what is it? It's a Royal Enfield. It looks like, it says Continental GT on the side, but it looks like an Interceptor because it's got Interceptor foot pegs, Interceptor handlebars. It's got kind of a, a high headlight. It's got, interestingly, it's got blue fenders. Check that out. They've added AEW pipes. It's kind of a hodgepodge bike. So it started out life as a Continental GT. The guy that bought it ended up doing some mods to it. Ended up with the, like I said, the Interceptor pegs and the tall bars here. And then when he traded it back in, Baxter Cycle did some extra work to it. And I think it kind of, if you all know what a Clymer Indian or Clymer, I guess it would be a Royal Enfield, but it was like a Clymer Indian. It had kind of a similar look, the seat, the tall fenders, the up high headlight and gauges, and I'm just saying there's a kind of a little bit of a look to that. Very interesting looking bike. So what is it? It's a 650cc, 648cc actually, air-cooled parallel twin, single overhead cam. It's also oil-cooled. It's got 4 valves per cylinder, puts out about 47 horsepower and about 39 foot-pounds of torque. That's about 52 Newton meters. Has a wonderful 6-speed transmission. As I always say, I love this engine transmission combination, by the way. And like I said, they did take this GT. The GT foot pegs are back here somewhere, and they put these Interceptor brackets on, and they put these aftermarket foot pegs on. So it's, it's been Interceptorized, I guess, but it's got the GT tank. The front end has got 41 millimeter forks, about 4.4 inches of travel here for the forks. That's 4.3. That's about 110 millimeters. 320 millimeter disc on the front. It's a floating disc with a dual piston bi-bree caliper. Really a neat setup. They're supposed to have boots on them, but they took them off on this because, again, kind of that Clymer looking thing. And then, of course, they added the blue fenders, front and back. Jumping back to the rear, it's a dual shock system with about 89 millimeters of travel, about 3.5 inches, 240 millimeter disc with a single pod bi-bree. And by the way, they're 18-inch rims, wheels, front and back. And these are spoked with aluminum rims, so lower mass on that. Seat height on a bike like this in stock form, this is not a stock seat, is about 31.7 inches. That's about 805 millimeters. Fuel tank, if it were a stock tank, which it's not, about 3.6 gallons. I think the Continental tank is actually 3.3 gallons or about 12.5 liters. And wet weight on this bike, it's a hybrid between the Interceptor and the Continental GT. So we're going to save 470 pounds or about 213 kilograms. This one might be lighter because of the exhaust and the fenders and the little bit of adds that have been done to it. So what have they added to it? It's a Continental GT that's been turned into Interceptor. We'll start with that. It's got this aftermarket seat on that kind of, I don't know what you would say, but it's kind of that Clymer looking seat. They put these blue fenders on front and rear. It's got these wonderful, these are metal, blinkers on there. Really neat looking things. Absolutely gorgeous AEW pipes. That's one of my favorite pipes right now. They put these Interceptor type brackets on the front, and then they put these aftermarket foot pegs on. You can roll these around, so you can put the pegs up here, over here, down here, down here. Should work pretty darn good. Jumping up here, this is where it gets kind of busy. So Interceptor bars, bar end mirrors. I don't know what brand these are. Good looking mirrors. They raised the bars up, so the Interceptor bars, and they raised them up a bit. Got this bracket in the middle. I don't know if these are standard Interceptor bars. I think they are. Then jumping over here, this is where things got interesting. The normal headlight is down lower, and they raised the headlight up, and then they put the gauge bracket up higher. So this is, usually the gauges are down here somewhere. These are up higher now, and that's kind of an interesting look, isn't it? I like the way that, they did that. And that's kind of to mimic the Clymer bike. It's got a speedo on this side, a tachometer on this side, and if you hit the key, oh, where is the key? Key should be right there, but it's not. Here it is, right here. Down here, they moved it down here. And that also is where the Clymer key would be, I guess. So if you hit the key, you've got a digital fuel gauge right there. You've got the odometer right there, and then using this button here, you can change between trip A, trip B, and then back to odometer. Over here, you've got the tachometer, an oil light, and a battery light, and I like that, and of course a neutral light right there. Okay, my friends, I think what I'm going to do is gear up, and we're going to go for a ride. Wahoo! Hey, let's take this through Exhaust Pipe Alley. I love it. I love it. Those pipes sing. Let's see what we do here for a turn. The bike seems tall. I don't know why that is. Let's get around here. It really pulls. It really pulls. I wonder if they've done a DNA air filter on it too. Handling is superb. I like the way it sits. Oh, those mirrors are nifty too. They've got kind of a blue tint to them. Let's do our little V8 Circle 8 spin here. Check this out, huh? Absolutely grand. Tight, 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 no problem at all. Listen to this. Wow, that thing comes to life. What a hoot, what a hoot. Over yonder is Bigfoot Hill. They got 3 Bigfoots up there over that house. Oh, she just comes to life. That shifter is excellent. I like the foot pegs, I really do. That's kind of an interesting ad. Generally, I don't like small foot pegs. Those AEW pipes just sing. An excellent, excellent song. Do our little spin here. A little gravel here everywhere, of course. Very good handling motorcycle. Boy, she just, wow. 320 millimeter floating disc on the front with a dual piston bi-bree caliper. 240 millimeter disc on the rear. I think the brakes work very well. We've got some cars coming today. Hey, let's go make this thing sing. Do a little short shifting. What a hot rod. What a hot rod. I like it. Really sounds great. And I also love this blue. I think it's called Ventura Blue. We'll do a spin around right here. Policeman right back there. I think we'll just take it easy. We have made our way back to the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie, Iowa, home of Baxter Cycle, seller of new and used Royal Enfields, Triumphs, classic British bikes of all type. Go to baxtercycle.com. Tell them Fuzzy Biker sent you. Oh, this thing just pops. Pop, pop, pop. I like this one a lot. I really do. I think it's the blue, right? Blue in the exhaust. Do our little hill spin test right here. Check this out, huh? I love it. I love it. Next time you're in the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie, make sure you stop right here at the Derailed Grill right there. Make sure you try their Wahoo burger. Oh, what a grin this thing is. So these bikes handle very well. They push around the garage easy, they're light, they do parking lots fine. You know, the 2-lane blacktops, they just eat them up all day long. They're kind of made for that. They'll run the interstate just fine, you know, no problems at all. I took one of these all the way out to, let's see, I went to Nebraska, South Dakota, and Wyoming in 4 days. I think I did 1,400 miles. It had a seat similar to this, plus a windshield, and the bike performed flawlessly. So they will do the long ride as well as the short ride. Seating wise, I'm leaning towards the bars a little more than a regular one, I think. I don't know why that is, because the bars are raised. My knees are slightly below my hips, and it feels like my heels are behind my knees. But they're not super tight. They've got the interceptor, you know, the lowered interceptor pegs on, or positioners on. So not too darn bad, I'd say. Hey, let's go on up over here and take a look in the mirror. See how it sits. Okay, I've got a 30-inch inseam, and I cannot flat foot this bike. This bike seems taller than usual for some reason. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's just the seat. Good looking motorcycle though, don't you think? The blue fenders, blue in the back, the chrome, the seat. I love the way the seat looks. Goes good with that black on the tank too. Gorgeous machine, gorgeous machine. These end mirrors work very well too, end bar end mirrors. A thing of beauty for sure. And I love the sound. What a machine, what a machine. If you all are interested in a motorcycle like this, a new or used Royal Enfield Triumph classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, jackets, gloves, boots, even underwear and socks. They got it all here at Baxter Cycle in the mighty metropolis of Marnie, Iowa, right there. Or you can go to baxtercycle.com. They can help you out there as well. Make sure you tell them Fuzzy Biker, that's me, sent you. Oh, what a fun machine. What a fun machine. I like it. Hey, one more time through Exhaust Bike Valley. How's that sound? You know, it's a beautiful day here. I think I'm going to ride some more motorcycles. Wahoo! Yippee-yi-yay! Yippee-yi-yo! Down the road we go. Beautiful, beautiful machine. Turn the radio on. 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 Turn the radio on.